Now that you have a list of potential journals for your manuscript, let's evaluate each journal to see if it's the right fit. Before we get started, go ahead and download and open the Evaluating a Journal worksheet. You will also need your Finding a Journal worksheet from the previous section. On the Evaluating a Journal worksheet, fill in the journal titles you want to evaluate in the header of the table. Then add your criteria from Section 4 of the Finding a Journal worksheet. After completing the module, use the worksheet to help you keep track of your evaluation. Whichever journal you eventually decide upon, you want to make sure it meets your criteria discussed in the previous section, and that the article is a good fit for the journal by meeting its aim and scope, as well as adhering to the author guidelines. Lastly, you'll want to steer clear of predatory journals. First, using your criteria from the previous section, determine if the journal meets your needs. To find out about a journal's peer review process, its open access fees, and other criteria on your list, visit the journal's website. To find out if a journal is indexed in PubMed, go to PubMed, under Explore, click on Journal, then search the National Library of Medicine for the journal title. In the journal record, it will indicate if it's indexed in PubMed. Evaluate each of your journals and use your worksheet to keep track of your evaluation. Now that you know the journal meets your criteria, you need to find out if your article meets the journal's scope. The scope is the type of information one might expect to find when reading its issues. These statements provide authors with a good understanding of the types of manuscripts the journal is looking to accept. To find the scope of a particular journal, visit the journal's website. Look for a page called About. Here you will likely find a link to Scope, Aims and Scope, or Mission. If you don't see it, try the link that says Authors. Sometimes the information about a journal's scope is located on the page dedicated to prospective authors. Once you've read the scope statement, ask yourself, does my paper fit their aim and scope? If the answer is yes, you can move on with the evaluation. If the answer is no, it's time to look for a different journal. Next, you'll want to review the author guidelines, also found on the journal's website. The author guidelines is where you'll find whether or not they accept the type of manuscript you're planning to write. If you've already written a manuscript, you'll want to check if the journal has word count or reference limits, and whether or not your article needs editing to meet those requirements. In most cases, it will also include the preferred writing style. If the journal is open access, the author guidelines should include the article processing fee. This is also where you'll find information regarding your copyright once the article is printed. Be sure to read this carefully. Lastly, you'll want to make sure the journal you select are not predatory journals. A predatory journal exploits the open access model for financial gain without providing a rigorous peer review, which undermines the scientific community and can negatively impact your research. To steer clear of predatory journals, use the checklist provided by Think, Check, Submit, and when in doubt, contact the library. Once you have evaluated your list of potential journals, rank them on your worksheet from your dream journal down to the one you are fairly certain would accept your paper. Plan to submit to your dream journal first. Often, the most impactful journals have the lowest acceptance rates and the quickest turnaround times. If they don't want your paper, you'll find out rather quickly and can move on to the next journal on your list. If you need additional assistance, please contact us at the email addresses listed below. Thank you for watching.